I am Stoyan Stoyanov, the leading authority on Balkan geography, European nightclubs, an inexhaustible subject. We've all heard of Berlin's Berghain, with its scientifically inexplicable door policy and parties that last for days. We've heard of Berlin's Kit Kat Club too, where there is no need to take your new friends home. You can get down to certain pleasurable activities with them right there in a club. Then there are Europe's other legendary venues, the club beneath a football stadium in Tbilisi, Barcelona's sprawling club district, and the glamorous parties in Ibiza. Yet, the name ŽURK rarely comes up. One reason is that, to most Europeans, the Balkans remain largely unexplored territory. The other is more sinister. There is almost no one left to tell the story. Half the people who enter this club never make it out alive. Maybe even more than that. The Meta-Axinia mountain range. The closest place you could call heaven on earth. A vast territory in the heart of the Balkans, full of peaks, cliffs and ravines. The kind of place that could make even the most depressed teenager fall in love with life. Which makes it all the more ironic that somewhere deep inside it lies another kind of place. A deadly one. Something between a den of vice and a temple to hedonism. Nestled in one of these gorges is the city of Trnava, average in both looks and architecture. Many visitors have complained that they somehow ended up in the blandest, most ordinary city in Eastern Europe, but keen tourists do not come here for the urban scenery. Trnava Central Station is merely the starting point on the journey to ŽURK, the most dangerous club in the Balkans. The danger begins at the station itself. The lucky ones only lose their belongings to pickpockets. The less fortunate run into the local guardians, who happen to be beggars. Curiously, the government deemed them so effective at keeping visitors in line, so it decided to save money by no longer sending police officers to the station. ŽURK itself lies a little farther out, inside a former secret underground Nazi arms factory. The wounds left by the Nazis' atrocities in this country have never quite healed, so the locals have chosen to exact their revenge through the club's highly unusual door policy. Admission is restricted to members of ethnic groups the Nazis regarded as subhuman. Members of every conceivable minority are welcome too, as is anyone whose sexual orientation is less common than heterosexuality. Livestock are also admitted. At the entrance, guests are greeted by a signed portrait of Hitler. The Führer really did visit the place back when it was still an arms factory. Today, ŽURK's management takes enormous pride in what they make him watch night after night. Admission is free. Leaving costs 69 kyats, the local currency, roughly $200. That is hardly cheap by European standards, but most visitors agree it is well worth the price. The moment guests step inside, they are deafened by the music. Balkan turbo folk blasts as though there was no tomorrow. All that volume, it would be strange to count on one. Pole dancers can be seen throughout the club, most of them men. They tend to be university students or recent high school graduates who flock to ŽURK from across the country to earn a little extra money. They shake their asses to the biggest names in turbo folk from all over the Balkans. The list of artists who have performed here is staggering. The club has a bar as well, with one unusual twist. Instead of alcohol, it serves drugs. Every kind imaginable. The management are ardent followers of Friedrich Nietzsche, taking one of his supposed tenets, survival of the fittest, to heart. That is why everything at the bar is completely free, and only the fittest do survive. Sometimes not even they make it. If a guest meets someone during the night, or strikes up a friendship with one of the farm animals, the pair can retire to one of the rooms provided for that purpose. The bouncer lets them in free of charge, on one condition: he joins them. In the middle of the night, Once the guests are well and truly lost in a trance, the MC usually announces either the start of a club-wide orgy or, on occasion, a full-scale massacre. There is no fixed schedule, so every visit is a gamble. Curiously, there is an entire subculture of people who, after their first visit to ŽURK, simply never left. The club became their whole life. Those who survive the drugs and violence and make it to dawn are never the same again. They either join ŽURK's permanent population because nothing else in life brings them pleasure anymore, or they flee VUKOJEBIA and never return, not to the country, nor to the Balkans at all. They refuse to speak about what happened because the memories are too traumatic. So what do you think? Would you spend a night at ŽURK? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Come visit our country, VUKOJEBIA. Rest yourself, enjoy our nature, invest your money into our economy and never forget to enjoy life. До widzenia.